In honor of Halloween being today, I'm going to be creating the scariest hockey team that the National Hockey League has ever seen. Now, I'm not saying this is the Monster Mash, but dear God, these players are massive. On our top line, we got Tage Thompson alongside Mikko Rantanen and Alexander Ovechkin. 6'3", 6'6", and 6'4". This team is big. This team is heavy. We got Kirill Marchenko alongside Alexei Protas and Leo Carlson. Kiefer Sherwood alongside Jordan Stahl and Tom Wilson, and then we have Nicholas Waugh with Matt Rempe and Nick Paul. Defensively, we got Chris Pronger and Nikita Zadorov, Dahlin and Hedman, and then finally Zdeno Chara and Owen Power. Definitely the biggest decor in NHL history. We don't have a single guy under 6'3", I believe. Our smallest defenseman is Rasmus Dahlin at 6'3". And in goal, we got 6'6" Jake Ottinger at 26 years of age, and then Frederick Anderson as our backup. This team by far and away is the scariest in NHL history, and we are going to simulate 5 full seasons to find out how many Stanley Cups they can win in NHL 26. We do have everybody locked up as of right now. The only guys I can sign or trade for have to be 6'3" or taller. I am trying to build a team of giants. I think I've done a pretty damn good job so far. This team already is great off rip. I can add to it if I feel like it, but I have a feeling that we're going to dominate the National Hockey League on Halloween Day and cement ourselves as a dynasty with quite possibly the biggest, heaviest, and scariest team that hockey has ever seen. So far, so good. 42, 22, and 6 approaching the end of the regular season. This team is ready for the playoffs. We are ready to go. Now listen, I'm not saying we're the greatest hockey team of all time, but we are damn good. 51, 24, and 7. Second in our division, only behind the Florida Panthers. I also put us in the Atlantic because that is the scariest division to be in. Panthers are going to be the best team in the NHL. They won 53 games. Paris was slightly behind them. Winnipeg had a very good season. Colorado, Edmonton, and Toronto all in the top 6. And at the bottom, the sad and lonely St. Louis Blues. Only 26 wins on the season. Chicago honestly didn't even have that great of a year. New Jersey, oh my God. They are like 7-1 in real life and third last in NHL 26. Mikko Rantanen is going to lead our team. 91 points in the regular season. Also 32 goals. Ovi had 84. Tage Thompson 72 and 31. We had like 4 30-goal scorers, including the GOAT, Alexei Protas. Kirill Marchenko had 60 points. Leo Carlson was fantastic. Owen Power helped in from the back end. Probably our best offensive D-man. And then Jake Ottinger, not that great. Only a 908, had a 297 GAA, 4 shutouts, and 36 wins. The past 2 seasons, that is exactly where the man has been hovering around. Nikita Kucherov will lead the league in scoring. The man had 120 points on the year. William Nylander, 117, point 113. Matthews and McDavid were both in the 110s. On the goal side, if we take a look, it'll be Leon Draisaitl, 53 on the season. Matthews had 51. Kadri, oh my God. Nazem Kadri is insane. Nathan McKinnon, 48. Crosby, 48. Jake Gensel was up here. Adam Fantilli has arrived, even though the dude was a minus 12. 42 goals is 42 goals. As we have a perfect first round matchup, it is Paris up against Toronto in round number 1. We are still in year number 1, so not a lot of changes to this roster. Willie, Matthews, and Nyes on the top line. Tavares is going to play alongside Domi and Camp. They got Steven Lorentz in the lineup. Jason Dickinson is on the roster, so they did make a move. Defensively, Riley, Tanev, Ekman Larson, McCarlo. I think we're better top to bottom, and we have a much better goaltender in Jake Ottinger. Joseph Wall at an 85. Even Stolarz at an 87. Neither of those guys should simulate, in theory, better than Jake Ottinger, but I guess time will tell. We'll see how we fare against the Maple Leafs. Should be an interesting series. I'm predicting probably a Game 7 victory. We'll go up 3-1. Toronto will claw their way back in, force a Game 7, and then ultimately lose like they always do. Although we got a 3-1 series lead right now. Entering game number 5. First period, down by 1. Tommy Ake Matthews. Second period, down by 1 yet again. Alexei Protas got us going and got us on the board. We get a 4-on-3 power play, and TNT will capitalize. We have an opportunity to gentleman sweep Toronto and move on to the second round of the postseason. We are all knotted up at 2. 4 minutes remaining in the third period. Here we go in overtime. Paris up against Le Toronto, and the Pylons trying to move on to the second round. Also, yes, I kind of changed their jerseys a little bit. to match the Halloween aesthetic. We got an offensive zone draw. Ovi, Thompson, and Rantanen. Our top line, the big boys are out. Quite literally our big boys. Those guys are massive. Here comes Matt Nyes. Oh my God, Matt Nyes unstoppable, centering it, and Austin Tummy Ache Matthews, a hat trick in the postseason, will end the game. And the Toronto Maple Leafs have forced a Game 6 back on home ice. I literally told you guys, we get another shot at it. First period, down by 1. Tom Wilson has our lone goal. Second period, and we are down by 2. This is not looking good. We are going to go to a Game 7 just like I predicted. Oh, EA, how I know your sim engine to a T. We go up 3-1, and then they force a Game 7. And then our sim engine will finally wake up. We'll get a few goals, and we'll get the victory in Game 7, as that is exactly where we're headed. Game 7, home ice against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Here we go. It all comes down to this. First period, 1-0 lead again. Tom Wilson, the GOAT. Second period, we are leading by 4. Zadorov, Sherwood, and Dahlin. And just as I predicted, it is looking like Paris will defeat Toronto in Game 7, shutting them out 4-0. Come on, EA. That's a little bit too predictable. All right, we actually have to focus here. We got to lock in. We got a much tougher matchup against the Lightning in the second round. They always simulate a lot better than Toronto, and for good reason. Kucherov, Point, and Gensel on that top line, 97, 93, and 90. They got Hagel with Sorelli and Borkstrand. Yanni Gord is on their third line. No Victor Hedman. I don't know where he's at. Maybe they traded him. I'm pretty sure the injuries are off. The dude is not in the defense core lineup, but Andrei Vasilevsky is 94 overall starting netminder. There is no way that Victor Hedman is not a member of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Maybe he's not. Maybe they traded him to Chicago for Nicholas Foligno. I have no idea, man. Oliver Borkstrand was already here. If they did, they got totally ripped off. Where is Hedman? He's not on the Blackhawks, so he's not there. He had to have gotten dealt somewhere. There's no way Victor Hedman is not playing in Tampa Bay. I checked literally every single NHL D-core, and Victor Hedman is not on it. I don't know where he's at. Why am I acting so confused? I have Victor Hedman on my squad. God damn, man. My brain just sometimes refuses to work. As we are down in the series 3-1, and we got to claw our way back. We literally stole their captain and still are losing. First period, no score. Second period, we go up by 1. Tage Thompson and Tom Wilson. Braden Point immediately is going to shut that shit down and tie the hockey game up, despite Tampa Bay getting outshot 35-15 as Kiefer Sherwood will score. Braden Point, man, I'm going to absolutely strangle you. Eric Chernak gives the Lightning the lead, and things are not looking good in this third period, man. It is absolutely crunch time now. 5:50 remaining in the third. We're only down by 1. Heavily outshooting them 41-19, but again, it does not matter. They have the lead in this hockey game and in the series. Potential gentleman's sweep on the horizon if the Paris Pylons... What the hell was that, man? EA Sports, please, for NHL 27, dear God, fix the offsides. Why do the computers go offside so frequently? One of the most basic things in hockey, and these NHL players don't even know what it is. Jake Gensel coming in, but a great save by Otter. We don't want to be playing too much in our own zone. 3:48 remaining in the third. We got to really start to push now. Only down by 1. Mikko Rantanen enters the zone. Gonna wire slap shot off the shin pads. Down low to Ovi. Ovi can't get a shot. That has got to be the most sloppy possession I think I've ever seen. We have literally no idea what we're doing. Turning it over in the goddamn slot. Nikita Zadorov, I might bench your ass moving forward. Oh no. Braden Point feeds the blue line. Chernak turns it over. Here we go, Rantanen. Head the other way, buddy. Mikko Rantanen into the zone. One-touch deke shot. Saved by Vasilevsky. And that is our only chance so far in the third. Rantanen hard on that forecheck. Plays it back to the blue line. Down low to Rico. Rico winds one up, and again off the shin pads, I believe, of Alexei Protas. Not good. We need to get shots on net. Vasilevsky's a 94. He's going to be tough to beat. What is that, dude? Pick it up. Zadorov, rebound. What a save. A showstopper by Vasilevsky. I really want to pull my goaltender, but 26 seconds, that's a little bit too soon. I got to wait. I got to wait until like, oh my God. Come on. What are we doing? EA's not even trying to hide it at this point. You got 15 seconds remaining. I'm going to pull the goaltender back to the blue line. Great save by Vasilevsky. Here we go. Paris, all the pressure in the world. Dahlin losing it. Marchenko, what are we doing, man? Mikko Rantanen 4 seconds. We got to get a shot on that. Alexi Protas. And we have a face-off with 1.3 remaining. Tage Thompson has to win this back, and we have to get a shot on net immediately. Tage Thompson loses it, and unfortunately, the Tampa Bay Lightning are going to beat the Paris Halloween Pylons. In 5 games, they completely dominated us, and no Stanley Cup in year number 1. We got to go back to the drawing board in the offseason. Individually, Alexi Protas, funny enough, was actually our best player. 9 goals, 14 points in 12 games, was a plus 11. Marchenko at 12, Rantanen 12, Ovi was pretty good also. We had somewhat of a balanced attack, but I thought we would be better in year 1. Jake Ottinger, man, he did not play good whatsoever. 903 save percentage, 323 GAA, a 5-5-2 record. He 100% has to be better if we want to win a Stanley Cup. This video has gone to how many Stanley Cups we can win in 5 seasons to if we can win a Stanley Cup within 5 years. Oh, how the turntables. Shout out to the Lightning getting it done in year number 1. They are an absolute juggernaut, and they beat my Oilers in 6 games in the Stanley Cup Finals. It should have been us. Willie's going to take home the Ted Lindsay and Hart Trophy. Art Ross, the Kucherov, Leon Draisaitl, the Maurice Richard. Josh Morrissey's going to take home the Norris. We got Ivan Demidov, the Calder, Braden Point, the Conn Smythe, Igor Vezina, and Sidney Crosby will win his very first Selke. We now head to the offseason where I'm going to try to add to this team. I don't know if it's just going to be a little trade. Shout out to the Dead Wings. They won the draft lottery. Or maybe I go all in, try to pick up a big player. Add to this already ginormous roster as Shea Weber is calling it a career. Boy, would I love to have a prime Shea Weber on this squad. Milan Lucic is gone. Braun, Komarov, Ryan Reeves, Marcus Kruger. Oh my. The nostalgia is real. The good news is pretty much everybody is locked up long-term on this squad, and EA did have to kind of increase or decrease some salaries to make sure that we were under the salary cap right now. Like Jake Ottinger makes like 8 mil actually. He's only making 6.2 in the video. We got Rantanen at 9.3, Dahlin at 8.4. It is all gonna work out in the end. Maybe I trade some of these players. Keandre Miller, did he even play last season? I don't think he did. Let's go ahead and make some moves. Also, we need a true leader that can lead us to a Stanley Cup. You guys know what I'm going after here. The name's John Cooper, one of the greatest NHL coaches of all time. 9.9 mil will offer him that contract, and hopefully he's gonna sign and lead us to glory. I mean, it's either him or Chris Knobloch, right? One of the 2 A+ coaches in the entire game. Montgomery's not bad. Patrick Waugh is more so a goaltending coach. I don't want to sign him. He's never been a great NHL coach to begin with. Any juicy free agents? Ooh, John Carlson. How tall is he? He's 6'3". He fits the memo. He wants 11.7 at a 91 overall. The man's 36 as well. I don't think we offer him that contract. Maybe we go out and try to grab Gino to add to our bottom 6. We only have $5 million to spend, so Gino Malkin a little bit out of our price range. Hey, the way he's playing this season, I could very well see him asking for this contract. The dude has been on an absolute tear to start the season. Matt Nyes signed at 7.7 over the next 5 seasons. The dude is already an 88 overall. I'm going to try to snag him. We got Zadorov and Keandre Miller. Zadorov played last season in turn for, I believe, Thomas Harley. That shit's not happening again. And then Keandre was the odd man out, so we'll go 2 for 1 to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Consider it a done deal. Welcome in Matt Nyes. We officially only have 6 D-man that we are going to play. Pronger, Hedman, Dahlin, Chara, Harley, and Power. Victor Hedman, though, is 35 years old. He's got a full no-movement clause. I can't even trade him if I even wanted to. That is the one trade that I am going to make heading into next season, as John Cooper is going to sign here in Paris. We got a brand new head coach. Welcome in. We're locking up our assistant and associate head coaches, and we are ready for season number 2. We are going to roll out Ovi, Thompson, and Rantanen, +5 on that top line. Protas is still an 87 with Marchenko and Matt Nyes now. Sherwood's going to drop down with Jordan Stahl and Tom Wilson. And then for a 4th line, we got Nicholas Waugh, Matt Rempe, and Leo Carlson. I'm going to try to mix around the lines here to get more chemistry. Chara and Hedman get a +5, so I don't really want to mess with that. What about Dahlin and Harley? Dahlin and Harley, Hedman and Chara, and then we'll go Owen Power alongside Chris Pronger, and Jake Ottinger sitting at a 90 overall. No Frederik Andersen as our backup. We only need 1 starting goaltender. I think instead I'm going to bump up Leo Carlson. The dude is young, and he's already an 86 overall. 3rd line center with Wilson and Sherwood, and then we got Jordan Stahl bumping down to the fourth line. I mean, come on, dude. You're 38 years old. You're only an 83. It is what it is. The man is going to have to deal with it. John Cooper, the goal is very simple. Win us a Stanley Cup. We got 4 more seasons to do so. I thought we would have a little mini dynasty in here, but man, we might be struggling to grab just one in the video. We'll see how it goes. If you guys are watching this video and enjoying Halloween, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to 50K subs. Hopefully you guys have had a very fun evening, and now you can sit back, relax, and watch some good old hockey being played by the scariest National Hockey League team of all time, baby. A very strong start to the season, 21-9-2. I like the way we're playing. We should finish as a high seed, but again, all that matters is the postseason. We got to get it done. We were a second round exit last year. That cannot happen again. At the end of the season, Paris is going to finish with a record of 53-23-6, 112 points on the season. The unfortunate part about it is the Atlantic is absolutely loaded. We got Toronto with 57 wins. We got to face Florida, a 56-win team in the first round. Thanks, Bettman, for the amazing playoff format that we have. The top 3 teams in the NHL are all from the Atlantic Division. Would you look at that? Colorado had a good season, as well as the Flyers somehow, and at the bottom, Utah. You guys are new. Nobody feels bad. Yet again, Mikko Rantanen is going to be our guy. 41 goals, 108 points. Ovi had 44, 96. Thompson with 94. Marchenko was great. Alexei Protas. Honestly, the dude was a plus 37, but I'd like to see a little bit more goal scoring. 33 is nice, but I've seen this guy score consistently 50 in NHL 26. Nyes was a good pickup. We got Dahlin playing good, 67 points, 6-7. And between the pipes, Jake Ottinger had a 909, a 277, 2 shutouts, and 43 wins. Shout out Willie Stiles, the most points in the National Hockey League at 121, and the man is also going to have the most goals at 6-7. Matthews had 52, Kadri 51, Mishkov had 50. I guess in this universe, the man is not overweight. Adam Fantilli was very good, McKinnon, Caulfield. On the point side, we got guys like Rantanen, Barkov, and Suzuki, as it is going to be very challenging to win a Stanley Cup coming out of the Atlantic Division. We got Florida, round number 1. Let's go. Kachuk, Barkov, and Reinhart, that top line absolutely destroys ours. For Hagee, Lundell, and Samoskevich, they still got Bennett and Marshy as third liners. Defensively, Ekblad, Jones, and Forsling. And then in goal, Sergei Bobrovsky is still great. The man is a 91 overall. God damn, this is a nightmare matchup for round number 1. This is not going to be pleasant now, is it? Florida, round 1. We don't have home ice advantage either. Lose game 1, 3-2. We shut them out in game 2. That's good. That gives me some promise. I need to see us string together some consistent games in a row, but this series right now is going back and forth. It is a best of 3 at the moment. We lose game 5, and now on home ice in game 6, face elimination. Can we force a game 7? First period, down by 1. Sasha Barkov. Second period, oh my. Sherwood, Rantanen, Ovi has a pair, and all of a sudden, Paris has the lead in the third period, albeit only a 1-goal advantage. Jake Ottinger could very well give up a goal and multiple goals. Matthew Tkachuk, Brad Marchand, Anton Lundell, and things are not looking good for the Pylons. For some reason, this team just does not want to show up when it matters the most. I don't get it. We have a great team, top to bottom, good depth. We are absolutely ginormous. We should be rolling over these teams physically, especially a team like Florida that likes to play physical. They can't do that against us. Why the fuck is DiPietro between the pipes? Did we pull Jake Ottinger? Did it seriously get that bad to the point where Jakey needed a rest? Oh my god. And now DiPietro is getting the switch for Jake Ottinger. What is going on? Paris is an absolute shambles. There is no way to sugarcoat it. This team is fucked. Less than 2 minutes remaining. We're down by 2. Elimination game on home ice. And the Pylons might be Pylons. Jake Ottinger, where was that earlier in the series? I don't want to see this man flashing the leather in a game that we're losing by multiple goals and facing elimination. The series is almost over. It's already pretty much over unless we have some sort of miraculous comeback here in the third. I need to start seeing that from game 1 of the series. Ekblad, DDD to Forsling. He gets absolutely jumped by Mikko Rantanen. Here come the Pylons the other way. Less than a minute remain. Dahlin Matthew Tkachuk trying to break it out of his own end. We got 50 seconds here in the third period. It is a multi-goal deficit. The pylons are struggling. Barkov into the zone. Centers at Forsling with a shot. Good save by Otter. Dahlin's going to bump that puck up. We got 35 seconds to go and an empty net. Nicholas Waugh into the zone. I don't know what that was. Over Matt Rempe. Hands of cement. The dude was chopping onions and cannot corral the goddamn hockey puck. 20 seconds to go in the third. We still have an empty net. It doesn't look good. It is a scrum on the wall. Gustav Forsling misses the empty netter, and there it is. Not a good start to the video, I will say that.
The pylon lose.
Not a good playoff run offensively. Not even a playoff run at all. We only played 6 games. Thompson had 9 points in 6. Ovi 8, also 5 goals. He was fine. Rantanen, our top line, they did their thing. It is the secondary scoring that we are struggling to get right now, and Jake Ottinger at a 90 overall, man. I'm just gonna say it. You suck dick. That is not good enough. A 901 and a 348. He has to be better than that. It has to be like a 910, 920. Not even 920. Give me a 915 save percentage and I will shut my mouth. It is back-to-back seasons, losing to the eventual winners, this time in Florida, as they end up beating Vancouver in the Stanley Cup Finals. Is there anybody that I have to give a contract extension to? Nicholas Waugh, I do want to bring him back. Matt Rempe, we can sign as well. But I believe everybody else is locked up on this hockey team. We'll give Nick Waugh a 2-year contract to lower the AAV as far as we can go. We're going to go 2.6, 2 seasons, full no movement clause intact. The man has no problem re-signing here in Paris. Shout out to the Carolina Hurricanes winning the draft lottery. Chicago will select 2nd, and we got Utah 3rd. Geno Malkin surprisingly is going to call it a career. It seemed like the man had a few seasons in him, but I guess not. Logan Couture is gone. Ryan Suter, Victor Hedman. No, he's one of our best defensemen, and now we have to fill that void. NHL draft time, and I think I might try to grab 1st overall. The reason being is P. Shoresy's available. The man is 6'3". He's a monster on skates. I don't really know what I'd have to give up. It'd probably have to be like a Leo Carlsson and maybe multiple 1st-round draft picks. Let's go 3 first and Leo Carlsson. Let me try to do it without throwing in Leo Carlsson. Maybe we can try to keep him. Trade has been rejected. What about 4? 5 1st-round draft picks for 1st overall this season, and it is a done deal. We get to keep Leo Carlsson, a guy that is still extremely young, and welcome in P. Shoresy to the team. Quite possibly the scariest hockey player of all time. This man is dirty as it gets. We got to make sure that we lock up P. Shoresy on his entry-level contract. Welcome in, brother. Everybody else, though, has re-signed. They are locked up. Matt Rempe only re-signed on a 1-year contract, so we'll have to get him back next season. 24 years old, 82 overall. Jake Ottinger, man, I need you to start playing better. I know he's down to a 90 instead of 91, but the dude has been simulating like straight up ass. We also do have $9.8 million to replace Victor Hedman. He's the only D-man that will not be returning, so we have to go out there and we have to find a guy, a giant to join Paris. Shane Gostisbehere is the best UFA available, but the man's a little bit smaller, 5'11". Samuel Girard is small. What about John Carlson? 2-year contract. We got to give him a hefty price. He fits our height category. Dmitry Orlov does not. Tyler Myers. Do we bring in Bambi on skates? 6'8", 84 overall at 37? I think we do it. I know John Carlson would actually... I'm going to try John Carlson first. He is the much better option. Higher overall. 8.4 mil over the next 2 seasons. There we go. Welcome in, Carlson. He is signed in Paris, and we don't have to worry about Tyler Myers. Actually, no, we can't offer him a contract. The man wants 4.6. If I'm being honest, that is an overpay. As we now head into season number 3 after back-to-back disappointing playoff exits. Shoresy is going to slot in perfectly on our top line with Thompson and Rantanen. That is 3 bona fide snipers. Ovi's going to play alongside Protas and Marchenko. We got Wilson, Stahl, and Nyes. Matt Rempe centering his own line. I'm going to put him on the wing instead. We'll go Waugh and Sherwood as our 4th line defensively. Dahlin with Harley on our top line. We got Pronger alongside the big Z, John Carlson, and Owen Power. The chemistry fits, the overall fits. That is the best D-core in the National Hockey League, and backed by a very good goaltender in the form of Jake Ottinger. even though the guy has not played like it so far. Make no mistake about it, Zdeno Chara, you are not our captain no longer. It is going to be handed over to P. Shorzy, the greatest leader of all time, and I have a feeling he's going to lead us to a cup. I have very high expectations for Shorzy. We're going to go long-term, award challenge, win the Maurice Richard, and score the most amount of goals in the NHL this season. Hopefully, we do have a good start to the season. I'm going to reevaluate at the trade deadline, maybe make some moves. But again, I'm very restricted. I only can trade for guys that are very tall and very heavy. So it is a very small niche of NHL players on other teams that I am allowed to grab in either free agency or via trade. We have been utterly fantastic in the regular season. 57, 22, and 3, 117 points at the top of the Atlantic and the entire National Hockey League. This might be our season. Florida, though, they had a good year. Montreal, Dallas, Colorado, nice. So we got to go through Florida and the Habs both because they play in our division throughout the playoff run. That's going to be fantastic, as the Los Angeles Kings were the worst team in the NHL this season with only 29 wins. That is rough. Shout out Alexander Ovechkin. The dude is 42 years old, putting up 34 goals and 102 points, leading our squad. Thompson at 99 and 47, Marchenko 96, Rantanen with only 90. Somewhat of a down season for him. Alexei Protas had 42 goals. P. Shorzy came out of the gate swinging, 51 goals and 230 penalty minutes. Yep, that's Shorzy. Jake Ottinger yet again a subpar season, only a 902 and a 308 with 2 shutouts and 47 wins. The dude can't even crack a 915. I thought for sure he would be able to do that in the video. Austin Matthews will lead the league in scoring, 120 points. He's also going to have the most goals at 60. Leon had 58, Caulfield 57, Fantilli and Shorzy were both up there, as well as Mishkov and Bedsy. The young guns are starting to take over, as it is a rematch in round number 1 up against the Maple Leafs. Well, we're going to start off the series on the right foot, winning the first 2 games. We end up losing game 3 in overtime, but we take a 3-1 series advantage yet again. We shall see if EA makes the Leafs come back and force a game 7. Game 5 here on home ice. First period, 1-0 lead. Thank you, Tage Thompson. Second period, we go up by 3. Thompson and Rantanen. The big dogs are producing right now, and the Leafs, they really don't have an answer for us. Dahlin gets a shorty, and all of a sudden, the Leafs are down 4-0 in the third period. Things are not looking good. They're looking fantastic for us, as the Paris Pylons will be moving on to round number 2 after dominating Toronto in 5 games. We now gotta face our demons yet again. It will be the Florida Panthers. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop the goddamn sim. We end up losing game 1 3-2. I wanted to check out the roster. God damn you, EA. Let me go ahead and let me check out the goddamn Florida Panthers. Have they aged out at least a little bit? Well, not really. Barkov, Reinhart, Kachuk's down on the second line now with Lundell and Samoskevich. Third line's great, although Marshy, he's not an 89 anymore. The dude is down to an 84. Bennett is still very solid on the back end. Forsling's their best D-man. Jones is good. Ekblad is decent. And then in goal, Bob's a little bit worse. He's down to an 89 overall. The champs are weakened, and there is a possibility of a massive upset here in round 2. Let's go ahead and do the unthinkable. I will admit, though, it is not looking good after losing game 1, although it's very early on in the series. We only lost by 1 goal. We have to win game 2. Great. We lose 3-2 in the first 2 games. Holy fuck, man. We're down 3-0? Are we seriously about to get swept by the Florida Panthers in the second round? I should have not put this team in the goddamn Atlantic Division. First period, we're down 3-1. Reinhart, Marchand, and Verhaeghe. Second period, we are down by 2. It is not looking good for the Pylons. We are just completely no-showing here against the Panthers. They own us. They are our daddies right now. 6-3 Barkov extends the lead. It's not looking good. We are absolutely cooked. This team has completely disappeared in the second round after a very promising round number 1 matchup, and there it is. The Panthers will move on, and yet again, we lose in round 2. Rantanen had a 2-point night. Marchenko 1, Dahlin 1, Shorzy, come on, buddy. I know you scored a goal. I need at least 3 if we want to move on. He also took a penalty. We got Dahlin spending 4 minutes in the penalty box. Like, we were just not good enough overall, and then, dear God. Jake Ottinger, what do I even do there? Tage Thompson was good. 4 goals, 13 points. Rantanen had 12. Shorzy, first time in the playoffs. I'm sure he's going to get better. The man is only 19. Protas had 7. Ovi probably going to retire at the end of the season. And then Jake Ottinger. Like, there's no move to be made. I'm not going to acquire a better goaltender than Jake Ottinger. 890 save percentage. I'm pretty sure the man has a full no movement clause. Yes, he does. He's gonna stick around for the remainder of the video. We live in a universe where the Winnipeg Jets are Stanley Cup champions. We had a cup final of Philly against Winnipeg. Definitely the least watched cup final in probably 25 years. Gotta be honest, that is some boring ass hockey being played. Matthews will take home every single major individual award. We got Cale Makar winning the Norris, Mark Scheifele the Conn Smythe, Joey Decord somehow the Vezina, and Nico Hischier the Selke. Please tell me that everybody is locked up. I believe so, outside the fact of Matt Rempe. We can offer the man a contract extension. We'll go full no movement clause to lower the AAV. He wants 3 years at 2.6 mil. I can gladly give that guy that contract. Welcome back, Matt Rempe. The San Jose Sharks are going to win the draft lottery and will select first overall, which could be Landon Dupont or could be Pekka Pasta. Thank God Alexander Ovechkin is going to return for yet again another season. Nicholas Backstrom is done. Brent Burns is out of here. Chris Letang, Matt Zuccarello, Nick Foligno, and James Reimer, the GOAT of Toronto. It is officially draft time. San Jose, what will it take to try to grab Pekka Pasta? We'd probably have to give up like a Rasmus Dahlin, Chris Pronger. I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. I'd love to give up Jake Ottinger, but man, he's got no trade value and a full no movement clause. This is going to be tough. I could just try to give up all my draft picks, all my draft compensation, but I really don't think that's going to be enough. Totally unwilling. Although, interestingly enough, Pekka Pasta is listed to go third in this draft, so I could try to grab second, maybe even third if I want to risk it, and try to grab this man and bring him to Paris. All right, I'm going to take a risk. Kirill Marchenko's 27, Tage Thompson, Alexei Protas. I think I'm going to go with Leo Carlsson. The dude's got some trade value. He is only 23 years old, 3 years left on his deal at league minimum. I don't know, man. Who do we give up? Who do we give up? I don't want to give up Thompson or Marchenko. Marchenko is just through the roof at the moment. I think we give up Thomas Harley because of the fact that the man needs to be re-signed in 2 seasons, and he's probably going to want like 12, 13 mil. I'm just going to go Thomas Harley 1-for-1 for the Los Angeles Kings, 2nd overall pick, and it is a done deal. You can say I got fleeced, but guess what? It doesn't matter if we win the Stanley Cup. That is the lone goal right now. I thought we'd be a dynasty, but right now we are holding on hope to just get one. Do not worry, do not fear. Le Pekka Pasta is here. 92 overall out of the gate with franchise high potential. Stanley Cup in the near future, book it. We definitely have to recover now after losing arguably like our 3rd or 4th best D-man in the form of Thomas Harley. 91 overall. It's going to be tough to go out there and find a big guy that is as good as him. I didn't want to give up our forwards. I felt like our defense was already really good to begin with. Everybody else is locked up on this team. We do not have to re-sign anybody, and we do not have a lot of salary cap space available. Let me sign Pekka Pasta to his ELC. I gotta be honest, boys, the best option right now is Nick Seeler. 35 years old, 82 overall. He is 6'3". Probably the only guy that we can afford. Also, we got 2.3. Actually, no, we have 3.3 in salary cap space to spend, and now we don't have any money. Not the greatest Thomas Harley replacement, but guess what? We got a legit #1 goaltender that should simulate well. He's already better than Jake Ottinger. Too bad I cannot go ahead and trade Ottinger, as the man has a full no movement clause. Rantanen, Thompson, and Shorzy, yet again our top line. It's shaping up very nicely. Shorzy's up to a 93 now. We got Ovi alongside Protas and Marchenko. Tom Wilson has massively regressed. We're also going to throw up Leo Carlsson on our 3rd line. Maybe Matt Rempe gets 3rd line minutes, and then we'll go Wilson, Stahl, and Sherwood as our 4th line. The D-core has definitely taken a hit. We still got Chara and Pronger at their best. Power alongside Dahlin, and then Steeler with Leo Carlsson, and Le Pekka Pasta at a 92 overall as our starting netminder. I am putting my entire faith in you, Pekka Pasta. You got to get it done, buddy. We got 2 more seasons to go and 2 more seasons to capture a Stanley Cup. Somehow, some way, we have a historic record at the trade deadline of 56-6-3. Maybe Thomas Harley was the issue. We are going to finish the season with a record of 66-13-3. By far and away our best record of the video. It is not even remotely close. Best team in the NHL and our best shot at a Stanley Cup. If we don't get it done this season, Shorzy has finally arrived. 63 goals, 118 points. Rantanen had 116 and Tage Thompson 103. Now that is a top line. Ovi had 94 and 39 goals at the age of of 43. Alexei Protas was great. We got Dahlin sitting at 86 for a defenseman, over point per game. Marchenko and Pronger chipped in. Our offense was completely on another level this season. And then take a look at Pekka Pasta, 53, 8-2, 9 shutouts and a 924. He did this in his rookie season, literally better than anything Jake Ottinger could have mustered up. That is why I wanted to grab this man. I had faith in my young goaltender. Austin Matthews, most points in the league at 127. Most goals is going to go to Kyle Connor, sitting at 69. Matthews had 65. Shorzy, 63. Mishkov was up there. Draisaitl and Willie. On the point side, we got guys like Shorzy, McKinnon, Rantanen, Draisaitl, Braden Point. Defensively, I think Rasmus Dahlin, no, never mind. Makar had 107, Bouchard 99, and Quinn Hughes 88. Although that's a very successful season for Rasmus Dahlin, I believe a career high, as his previous best was 73 points back in 22-23. Finally, we get a bit of an easier matchup in round 1 up against the Ottawa Senators. Ottawa does have a good top line of Tkachuk, Stützle, and Batherson, 88, 93, 91. Dylan Cousins is going to play alongside Morgan Frost and Vladimir Tarasenko. The forward core doesn't even come close. Defensively, we're a whole lot better as well. Sanderson and Chabot are nice, though. And in goal, it is not close. Linus Ullmark, one of the worst playoff goaltenders in the league. Statistically, he might be the worst. And we got Pekka Pasta, who we know is a great postseason goaltender. Well, that was by far and away the easiest playoff series of the entire video, a 4-game sweep. Ottawa really did not have much for the Paris Pylons, as it seems like we've hit another level this season as we move on to round number 2 and we move on to play the Toronto Maple Leafs. Still got a good top line. William Matthews are at the top of their game, 96 and 94. Tavares is an 85. The rest of the forward core, it's pretty weak, let's be honest. Defensively, they got Zadorov, Carlo, Morgan Riley, Keandre Miller's on the roster, and then in goal, Anthony Stolarz at an 88. So we do have some former Pylons in the form of Zadorov and Miller. They're going to want some revenge. So far, so good, as we have a 3-1 series lead entering Game 5, trying to close out the Toronto Maple Leafs. 1-1 after 1. Thompson and Tavares. 4-1 after 2. Shorzy, Marchenko, and Thompson. We are going to see y'all in the conference finals. The Maple Leafs are just a sad and sorry franchise that never has any postseason success. Interestingly enough, we are going to face the Philadelphia Flyers in round number 3. Matvei Mishkov, but who else? Mishkov is obviously great. The dude is a 96 overall, playing alongside Trevor Zegras and Travis Konechny. They got Johnny Taves as their second-line center at the age of 41. Yeah, these guys don't really stand a chance. Forward core is pretty rough. Defensively, Drysdale and Sanheim are nice, but outside of that, it's bad. And then Devin Levi's their starter at only an 85. I swear to God, if this team is the team to defeat us, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna crash out. Well, the Flyers are getting dominated right now. Down 3-1 they are, just like the Leafs were. And we have an opportunity to head to the Stanley Cup Finals. 3-2 after 1. Rantanen, Stahl, and Nyes. We go up by 3 thanks to Dahlin and Shorzy, and now Pekka Pasta just take care of business in this third period. Do your thing. And the Paris Pylons, after absolutely pounding the Flyers 9-3, are headed to the Cup Finals, where we are going to play the Anaheim Ducks. McTavish, Terry, and Cutter on their top line. No Leo Carlson. Seneca will play alongside a 78 overall Anze Kopitar. Yeah, I have no idea how these guys made the Cup Finals. Their decor's nice. Mintyukov, McAvoy, Zellweger, and Lacombe. That is a great top 4. And Lucas Dostal's not bad at an 87. They also have a trick up their sleeve with Johnny Goalie, 83 overall. Who knows? The guy could very well string together some good hockey games in a row. Maybe a little bit of a sneaky team, but overall, we are the heavy favorites to win the Stanley Cup and finally get the job done. Yes, we have the opportunity on home ice to win it in 5. No, God damn it, EA, your menu system is so slow. I did not mean to play the entire game. Stanley Cup in the building. First period, we're down by 2. God damn it! Troy Terry and Michael Bunting. Second period, oh dear God. We got sandblasted like a prostitute, and now we're most likely going to win it on the road in Game 6. I'm not going to lie, I was really looking forward to winning the Stanley Cup on home ice, but I don't think that's going to happen now. And if it does, it's going to be a do-or-die Game 7, so that's just fantastic. First period, down by 1. Second period, we are getting shut out right now. Lucas Dostal is putting in a historic performance, although we only got 23 shots on goal. there we go. Ovi is going to break the ice as well as Tage Thompson. And then Matt Nyes will give us the lead in the third period. 7 minutes remain. Of course, Tyler Bertuzzi gonna have to tie the game up. Are we headed to OT? Overtime with the Stanley Cup on the line here in Anaheim. Can the Ducks force a Game 7? Or will the Paris Pylons finish off the series? Why is Alexi Protas taking a slap shot from the Rockstar zone, buddy? Luckily, we do got like 10 seconds on the power play. I don't think it's really going to matter, though. He's Shorzy huffing and puffing up the ice. Here comes Shorzy. Is he going to blow your house down? Shorzy waits. Waiting. Firing at one-timer by Ovi and a great save by Dostal. Anze Kopitar gets it out all the way up to Seneca. Fenix Seneca entering the zone. Good save there by Pekka Pasta, making saves off the rip. Alexi Protas, the big man, galloping in the offensive zone. Protas again with a shot, and Lucas Dostal will make the save. It's going to be interesting if we do have to go to a Game 7. All the pressure will then be on us to win it on home ice. Right now, Anaheim, they're just fighting for their lives, essentially. Carter Gauthier walking into the zone. Gauthier hands it off to Troy Terry. Can't get a shot on goal. Look at our team. We are absolutely ginormous. Shorzy in, wristing a shot, and a good save by Dostal. That sneaky Shorzy wrister beats a lot of goaltenders, but not Dostal and not tonight. 14:30 remaining, all the way up to Cutter. Enters the zone, loses it to Matt Rempe. Why is Matt Rempe playing D? Was he just covering? Oh, the big Z. Over to Jordan Stahl, ripping a shot on goal. Good save there by Dostal again. Full pressure in the offensive zone. Can we win it back? Back to Zdeno Chara. Tries to force a pass through, and that's not going to work out. I wanted Zdeno Chara to take a goddamn slap shot there. I don't know why he's trying to force the puck. Marchenko hands it off to Rempe. Matt Rempe into the zone, wristing a shot, and Lucas Dostal flashes the leather. I'd say let's get the big boys out there, but literally everybody on our team is a big boy. We win that draw. Back to Pronger. Over to Big Z. Oh my! Shorzy from the Rockstar zone almost had a Stanley Cup winning goal. That man was ready. Offensive zone draw yet again. Kopitar against Thompson. Anze pushes. Back to the blue line. Big Z, what are you doing, man? Play aggressive. Fenix Seneca burning him wide behind the net. Seneca, he's going to get pinned on the half wall. Tage Thompson, get it out. Here we go. 3-on-2, 2-on-2 the other way. Shorzy cutting into the zone. P. Shorzy waiting. Takes a shot. And again, how are these Shorzy shots not beating Dostal? We got full pressure and everything. Tage Thompson, forward play behind the net. Go after that, Rantanen. Play it back to the blue line. Zdeno Chara wristing a slap shot. Why am I saying wristing? Shorzy behind the net, out in front. And that'll be a swing and a miss by the Big Z. The dude has been a complete goofball so far. Tage Thompson, pass that puck off Thompson. Oh my God, the passing is horrific. Here come the Ducks, 4:50 remaining. Fenix Seneca takes a shot, very easy save by Pekka Pasta, and we are headed the other way. Counter-attack by Paris. Tage Thompson into the zone. Okay, whatever. Leo Carlson's going to take his time. Back to Dahlin, and a good save by Lucas Dostal as he is keeping the Ducks in this hockey game. Shots are 44-39. Marchenko with a turnover. Enters the zone. Kirill Marchenko. He's got no options. Plays it down low. Somehow, someway, Dahlin cannot get a stick on that puck, though. I know he's floating around in no man's land. Matt Rempe playing D and actually doing a good job. What am I witnessing? What is this cluster hockey that I'm witnessing in the neutral zone? Fenix Seneca has no energy. Centers it. Matt Nyes picks it off. And we are headed the other way. Matt Rempe over to Dahlin. Dahlin in the zone. Good save by Dostal. We're going to have to take more shots than that. Oh, nice. Rebound. Good save by Dostal again. We got less than 30 seconds remaining here in the first overtime. Unfortunately, I cannot hop out. We need to see a winner. We need to see a winner here in Anaheim. Matt Nyes over to Marchenko. Finding Matt Rempe. Rempe's going to wait. Matt Rempe fires one. Rebound. Oh, come on, boys. The rebound was sitting there on a silver platter. Less than 10 remaining. Anaheim has really not gotten a lot of chances here in overtime. Perry has dominated. Leno finding Seneca. And we're headed to double OT. All right, double OT it is. Here we are. Hopefully we get a winner very early on as Pekka Pasta makes a nice save. Probably his best save of the overtime so far. And here come the Pylons the other way. Oh my God. Stop turning the puck over, please. The turnovers are going to be a killer. Cross ice to Troy Terry. He's going to skate that puck. Loses it to Shorzy, though. Counterattack by Shorzy. Here we go. Oh my God. Shorzy in all alone, and he hands it off for the win. Tage Thompson, TNT himself, will win the Paris Halloween Pylons a Stanley Cup in NHL 26. It took us 4 seasons to get here, and damn, does it feel sweet. Dominated the regular season, dominated the postseason, and finally can call ourselves Stanley Cup champs. The scariest hockey team of all time finally got it done, all thanks to Pekka Pasta between the pipes, and the Conn Smythe is going to go to a 41-year-old, actually no, 43-year-old Ovi with 12 goals and 27 points. That guy was a man on a mission, winning his second cup and his second Conn Smythe. The unfortunate part, obviously, is we didn't get it done in Game 5 on home ice. We headed to Anaheim on the road. It took overtime, but we are finally Cup champions in year number 4. I thought we might have been a dynasty. That was definitely not the case. So we're going to sit back, relax, enjoy the presentation, and come back for a 5th and final season. It has been an insanely fun playoff run, capped off by Pekka Pasta, baby. The best goaltender in the NHL, wins a Stanley Cup in his rookie season. If you have this man on your squad, you win a Stanley Cup. Let's see, a 43-year-old Alexander Ovechkin. That has got to be the most impressive playoff run of all time. 12 goals and 27 points at age 43, and a Conn Smythe. Shorzy had 23, but only 8 goals. Marchenko 23, Protas 21, and Dahlin 20. And then Pekka Pasta, he didn't have a great playoff run, only a 909 and a 278, but the man went 16-3-1 with 1 shutout and got the job done. Paris is finally a city of champions. Matthews will win the Lindsay, Art Ross, and Hart Trophy. Kyle Connor, the Maurice Richard. We got Cale Makar, the Norris. Pekka Pasta, the Calder. Ovi, the Conn Smythe. Pekka Pasta, also the Vezina. This man is the GOAT. And then for the Selke Trophy, that will go to JT Miller. After that big Stanley Cup victory, is there anybody that needs to be re-signed? Alexei Protas. This man's going to want the bag. Ovi's got to come back as well. That's going to be challenging. Nicholas Waugh and Nick Paul also. And of course, Pekka Pasta on his entry-level contract already has brought a Stanley Cup to Paris. Protas wants $11.5 million. This dude is insane. He's only a 90 overall. He wants the bag. Let me lower the AAV as low as I can go. Preferably like $9.8 million over the next 7 seasons, just to ensure that we do get him back for the 5th and final year. And then, of course, for Ovi, $8 mil, dog. You gotta slow down. $8 million for Ovechkin at this point in his career at age 43. I know he's coming off of a Conn Smythe Trophy season. Let's go like 7-1 on a 1-year contract. That is a lot better. Welcome back to the Conn Smythe winner, as well as Alexei Protas, the GOATs. I'm going to give Nicholas Waugh a 3-year contract, $2.5 mil next 3 seasons with a full no movement clause. And then for Nick Paul, another guy I do want to bring back. I mean, the dude only wants like league minimum. Sure, I'm happy to give you that offer. Shout out to LA. They're going to win the draft lottery, selecting first. We got the Islanders second and Seattle third. No, Alexander Ovechkin. I just gave him a contract extension and he is 1 point shy of 2,000. Ovi, buddy, you got to come back for at least another season. Anze Kopitar is going to retire. Patrick Kane is out of here. Jamie Benn, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, David Perron, and Braden Shen. Goaltending-wise, the greatest American-born goalie ever, Jonathan Quick, 910 save percentage. Damn, that dude had a career 910? Maybe a little bit boosted from the final 2 seasons. But still, over the course of his career, this dude has been a very, very good goalie. On the bright side, Ovi's contract is going to come off the books, so that should give us enough salary cap to go out and find a defenseman. But man, yeah, this is definitely the final season of the video. A lot of players' contracts are up at the end. I wish I could buy out Jake Ottinger, get rid of him, trade him, do anything to move that contract. Unfortunately, not possible. Unrestricted free agency and Thomas Harley, he's asking for too much. We got to find a defenseman. We only have 5 D-man on the roster right now. Nico Mikkola, perfect guy to add. 33 years old. He's got to be at least like 6'5". He wants 5.2 over the next 3 seasons. We'll give him a full no movement clause. Welcome to Paris. It is now time to simulate to year number 5, the 5th and final season of the video, and find out if the Paris Pylons can indeed go back to back. Theoretically, we should be good enough. The top 6 is still lethal. We got Rantanen, Thompson, Shorzy, Carlson alongside Protas and Marchenko. Matt Rempe somehow has grown to an 85 overall, and he'll play alongside Sherwood and Nyes. Nick Paul, Jordan Stahl, and Nicholas Waugh as our 4th line defensively. We're going to go Pronger and Chara yet again. Throw them on that second pair unit. Mikkola and Steeler don't really fit together, but they're going to be forced to play together. We do not have a lot of options. And then, of course, in goal, between the pipes, a 93 overall, Lepeka Pasta. Back-to-back dominating regular seasons. We are 28-11-2. Comfortably in a postseason spot as we march along towards the playoffs yet again. We are going to finish the season 58-21-3, dominating the Atlantic Division and the entire NHL as we get back-to-back President's Trophies. That's more like it. Shorzy's going to go off, only 55 goals, but 131 points at the age of 21. This dude looks like he's going to have one of the careers of all time, maybe the greatest career ever. Mikko Rantanen had 107 as well as 37 goals. Protas was fantastic. Leo Carlson with his first ever 90-point season in the NHL. He's been pretty mid throughout the video, but now at 25 years old and a 90 overall, he gets it now. Tage Thompson had 91 and 41. Kirill Marchenko, so much offense on this team. And Pekka Pasta with a sophomore slump, 902 save percentage and a 305 GAA. Shorzy's going to have 131 goals as well as 55 points, leading the National Hockey League in scoring, but goals-wise, it would go to Nathan MacKinnon, who had 63 on the season. Matthews 59, Shorzy 55, Fantilli 50. Les Habitants in round number 1, as it will be the Battle of French. Paris up against Les Montréal in the cocksucker. All right, Montreal, you guys have a strong top line. Suzuki, Caulfield, and Slavkovsky all at a 91. Demidov's nice. Boldik's up to an 87. I mean, not a lot of forward depth, but that top 6 is pretty good. Defensively, they got Dobson at a 90. Hudson's only an 89. David Reinbacher, 85. And Caden Gooley in the top 4. Devin Levi has switched teams and now is a member of the Montreal Canadiens. I believe we absolutely destroyed this guy in the Cup Finals. Right now, we have a 3-2 series lead over the Habs. Obviously, trying to close the show on the road in Game 6. First period, 1-1 tie. We got red on Pekka Pasta. Kiefer Sherwood for the good guys. And Les Montréal will get eliminated thanks to Leo Carlson and Matt Nyes coming up big in the 3rd period. Les Habitants allez aider here. The Red Wings in round number 2 should be maybe a little bit tougher, but I gotta be honest, I don't know who's on the roster in the year 2030. The Dead Wings are no longer dead. Gavin McKenna, 92 overall. That's literally what they needed. Alex DeBrincat is still on the roster. Lucas Raymond is here. Larkin, Casper, and Kako. Francis Yzerman on the 4th line. What is going on in Detroit? This team looks like a team of destiny, besides the fact that they got Monty as their starting goaltender. Yeah, I knew this Red Wings squad was going to be good. They are 7-1 to start the postseason, and we are facing elimination. First period, 1-1 tie. Thompson and Casper. 2-2 after 2 as we enter the 3rd period, all knotted up. PP against Detroit, and this is, there we go, Kiefer Sherwood on Samuel Montembeault, giving us the lead in the 3rd period. We take it 1 period at a time, 1 shift at a time, as Dylan Larkin is going to tie the game up on Pekka Pasta. 5 minutes to play in the 3rd. Can we please wake up? Down 3-1 in the series, Paris is trying to claw their way back and force a game number 6. And there it is, baby. Rasmus Dahlin will end it, as the Pylons are going to force a Game 6 back in Detroit. Game 6 entering the 3rd period, and we are all knotted up at 2s. It has been a back and forth game thus far. Shorzy's got a goal, Protoss, and then Lucas Raymond. Wait a minute. Shorzy answers the bell right away, ties the game up yet again. A very realistic outcome could be the Pylons forcing a Game 7. Also, thanks to Mikko Rantanen, giving us the lead late in the third period. Can we bring this series to 7? Pekka Pasta, shut the door. That's my GOAT. Game 7 on home ice. We got a 1-1 tie after 1 second period, and we are down by 1. The Red Wings trying to move on to the conference finals. PP trying to keep their back-to-back hopes alive. We are heavily outshooting them, 38-19. Regardless, we're down by 2. Svechnikov. There's another Svechnikov? I guess there's all 3 brothers. All 3 of them have played in the National Hockey League, and there it is. The Paris Pylon dynasty ends here. We only get 1 Stanley Cup. I really did think this team would have been good enough to rally off 3 or 4 Stanley Cups. We ultimately only got 1. Shorzy did his job. 12 goals, 18 points. Thompson at 13. Marchenko 13. We had a lot of offense, but I have a feeling Pekka Pasta, he was pretty mediocre. Not the 920 level that he was at last season, 905 and a 315. What can I say? We already got our cup. That is another season where the Pylons will eventually lose to the Stanley Cup winner, this time being the Red Wings as they beat Anaheim in Game 7. It is what it is. Shorzy is going to take home the Ted Lindsay, Art Ross and Hart Trophy. Nathan McKinnon, the Maurice Richard. Dahlin will take home the Norris. McKenna, the Conn Smythe. Vezina will go to Askarov. And we have Nico Hischier winning the Selke. Overall, a very fun video to make for Halloween. Hopefully you guys have all enjoyed it. If you didn't already, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I thank you all for watching. Drop in the comments below what you would like to see next. And until next time, don't be silly. Wrap your willy.